I hope you're staying spiritually healthy and consistent to the things of God. If you're watching my video for the first time, thank you for watching. Please do well to subscribe, like, and share. However, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for being consistent watching every of my videos. Please do well to like this video and also leave a comment. Thank you very much. God's ways, God's thoughts are not like our own ways and our own thoughts. So I'm just going to say that if God has given you an instruction, it is important that we follow it diligently. It is important that we, follow foolishly if possible. Most of the times when God has given us instruction concerning something, and then we try to use our human knowledge to calculate the instruction, at that moment it looks like, hello, this is not making sense. Yeah, it's not making sense, but it is God who has created the sense in the first place. Joshua chapter 6, where God sent a commander to give Joshua an instruction on how to march around the wall so that the wall will fall down flat. I've heard of the story several times. I've read of it, but part of the instruction that got me most was where that while they were marching, they shouldn't make any sound. So the only sound that should be going up was the priests blowing the trumpets, right? And maybe extra sound that will be coming was from their foot because there were, a large number of people marching. So while I was reading, I just tried to being imaginative about it. Okay, if I was in their midst, what would it have, look like? How would I have felt? And so I was just thinking about it, and then I got to the part of the silent part, and I'm like, wait. God is asking me to march around a thick wall that if 3 men were to stand on a straight line to run, they can. A wall that is housing people, and then God is asking me to march, ba, 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 ba. And then, some people are in front blowing trumpets, and God is just asking me to, march around it and see it fall down. Okay. And then just remain silent. It's not like I'm throwing a feast or something or trying to, I'm not doing anything, I'm not stressing myself. I'm just to match now. She needs a match, a match with a match. The one is just a match. And then I'm like, wow. And then that got me. A lot of times we've received instructions, and then because probably out of ignorance, we are like, what's this? And then we do not take them seriously. One of which I'm going to confess now is times when we are in church. I'm sure some of us must have experienced it. When we're in church and prayers are being raised, and then all of a sudden the person leading the prayer says everyone should keep quiet and allow the Spirit of God move. Moments like that, I'm confessing. Personally. Now I know better. Now I have repented. But personally, before, once we are quiet, in my head, I'm not quiet. I'm always like, so what are we now doing? What should we do? We just be quiet and be doing nothing. And then suddenly you just hear somebody making noise from nowhere. You be like, keep quiet. You are supposed to be praying and say, hey, Father, anything. But the instruction is, hold your peace and be quiet. But no, I will still be thinking in my head, I'll be wondering, I can't keep quiet. I usually feel like that's the best time for me to pour out my heart's desires to God. Not knowing that, He knows the end of it even from the beginning. He has planned for me. The Bible says that I alone know the plan that I have for you. The plan of good and not of evil for you to have an expected end. But I do not just understand what it feels like to be quiet in the place of prayer. I'm like, that is when I should be telling God what I need the most. Father, sort this for me. Hey. I might not be like physically, if you look at me physically, maybe they say we should be quiet, I'm quiet. But inside my mind, I'm not quiet though. I am not quiet. And so I just feel like, hey, Kasala. Those little instructions. Those little instructions are very important, and it's important that we follow them diligently. Oh, says quiet. You don't have to throw a feast. He is the man of war himself. He is the man of war himself. He's the one that goes into the battle and win. Another part that I also remember now was where the children of Israel went into war, and Moses had to raise his hand. The moment Moses' hands were raised up, the children of Israel were winning the battle. But once his hand comes down, anybody in that, let's just bring that fight to this our Gen Z era. You're saying raise up your hand, you look like Kini, raise your hand, Kini. Raise your hand, Kini. How now? Like, it doesn't make it. But then, all these little instructions. When I think we all have the idea of when there is war or when there is a challenge, that is the time we should throw our fists. That is the time we need to press on. Trying to put our own strength. But calm down. God is saying, calm down and let me do the fighting for you. Meaning, is the one that defends someone, and after he defends you finish, even you be like, oh God, you do this one like you did far beyond my expectation. So God has given us an instruction. Remain calm. Be silent. Let me move. Let me do this. Be patient and see how it's going to play out. And let me come and see how I'm going to work it out. But it is well, Sha. I pray that God will help us to follow God's instructions diligently. And if we are looking at it as, this instruction doesn't make sense, then I pray that God will help us to follow it foolishly. Because at the end of the day, we are going to get the result. And all the glory will go back to God, right? And so God's ways are not our ways. God's thoughts are not our thoughts, because his ways and his thoughts are way far higher than ours, and we can't compare it. So you just need to follow God diligently and trust him, because it will surely come true for you. Another place that also I can remember now is where Naomi has given Ruth an instruction. Okay, go to Boaz. When he's sleeping, lie at his feet, cover yourself with his clothes. She has been given an instruction. And then by the time Boaz woke up and saw, Boaz understood the assignment. So when Ruth went back to Naomi told Ruth that, you know what? I want you to be patient and see how things are going to unfold. Don't worry, that man, which is Boaz, will not rest until everything, manifests. So God is asking you now to keep calm. God is asking you to be patient. God is asking you to keep quiet and allow him move and see how things unfold. Your own is to just trust him, believe in him, have faith, because it will surely come to pass. It would. So please believe in God, trust in him, and it will definitely come true. When it was, and another thing again is that when it's time to make a move, you will surely get an instruction to make a move. Ruth got an instruction to go and lay, beside Boaz's feet, covering herself with his clothes. That's an instruction. Another instruction was that, the children of Israel should to be silent. But when it's time to shout, they will be instructed on when to shout. And when it was time to shout, they shouted, and we could see the result. And one of the instruction was that Ruth received from Naomi was that, okay, now that you have done this, wait patiently. Wait and see God move. Wait and see God, transform. Wait and see God work in our midst. I pray that God will help us to, follow his instructions diligently at all times. Please do. And trust me, you're going to get the result. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.